Alright, welcome in everybody. It's time to study some Japanese daily. This video is going to be coming out very late because I got home very late and I did not have a pre-recorded video ready to go. So we're going to do something short, simple, and fun inside of Shashingo, put that out, and then I'll probably record tomorrow's episode directly after this with the full Anki and Kanji practice inside of there. Work sucks, I know. Anyways, this guy here is currently promising everybody a free dog. Free dog. You can get your one-chan. You just have to vote for him. It's not bribery. It's a dog. All right, let's get into this. What was this was Zenpin, right? Yeah, Zenpin, not Zenbin or Hin. Zenpin. So that's like all goods, right? Zenpin, all goods. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into this. I'm going to hide in this doorway. I forgot my keys, so I'm waiting for my roommate to come down and let me in. And while we wait, let's go ahead and do some quizzes. Let's go a little bit big this time, since we're only going to be doing Shashingo. All right. Suika is our first word here. Suika, it's a watermelon. Looks exactly like all watermelons. I go down to the local grocery store and that's what my watermelon looks like, for sure. We also have over here a few different words. We have jukusuru. We have dekai. We have kudamono. Ichiban dekai kudamono wa suika da. No, I don't think the most huge fruit is watermelon, actually. Now that I think about it, so dekai is like huge. It's bigger than oki, which means big. So dekai is huge, ginormous. Oh my gosh, so big. And then kudamono down here is fruit. So kudamono, fruit. So ichiban is like number one, the most something. So ichiban dekai kudamono is like the biggest, the hugest fruit. And at first I was like, oh, watermelon, sure. Like that's the biggest. But you know, jackfruit can get pretty dang big. So on second thought, it's probably jackfruit, right? Anyways, like I said, dekai is huge. That's not the point of this. The point of this video is not to think about what the biggest fruit is. It's to practice Japanese. So, あのスイカがでかいだよ. I'm telling you, that watermelon is huge. 見て、あのスイカがでかいだよ. Hey, look, I'm telling you, that watermelon's huge, right? And then we have kudamono, which is fruit. 僕の一番果物は、バナナだ. Listen, it's the perfect fruit. God made it to fit my hand. Definitely not a bunch of scientists. All right, jukusuru. Jukusuru is what all things do. They ripen. And eventually you ripen so far that you just start to rot. But that's a different story. All right, so huge fruit. Wonderful. Jukusuru. So we have suru on there. So we have our suru verb. Which makes me think that juku is just like ripe, right? Let's double check it. Yes. We're breaking out the phone on the first one. Sorry, not sorry. It's good to look up, especially when we get something that is a suru verb. A lot of times, the things that, it's attached to, it makes sense to look that up and learn a little bit. So, excuse me. So, juku. Juku is apparently a cram school, a private school. Different kanji though. Juksu is to ripen as well. Huh. What's the difference between juksuru and juksu? That's weird. Yeah, juksuru is to ripen to mature, but so is juksu. So if I just drop the ru... Oh, no. Okay, I see. Yeah, no, juksu is just to ripen, same thing. So what is the difference between juksu and juksuru? Like, why? Huh, I don't know. That might be worth looking up, actually. Okay, anyways, let's go on to our second page here. Stika. In case you haven't noticed, I am not an expert on Japanese. I am just studying and bringing everybody along with me. So it is a full-on learning session for me. And if you pick up something, that's great. But the main point is that I'm studying daily, which is why the video is called daily. Yeah, okay. Stika is our word here. It's sticker. Su-te-ka. Steka. So we have haru, a verb. We have chisai, a adjective. Then hagasu, which is also a verb. So haru and hagasu, both being verbs, they end in an u sound. Specifically, hagasu does not end in ru. Anything that doesn't end in ru and is a verb, we know is a goldan verb. So if it does end in ru, we have a little bit more to think about. Hagasu, being a goldan verbs, means that to conjugate it, we take that su and we change it to shi and add mas to, so hagasu, hagashimasu, hagasu. Now, if I'm recalling this correctly, haru is to stick/paste something, so to stick a sticker, and hagasu is to peel it off. So if we want to say that we are peeling a sticker, we would say stika o hagashitemasu. Hagashitemasu. So we take the su and change it to shite, so sagashitemasu. We'd add iru, which we can then conjugate to mas. You don't have to. You could just say hagashitiru, which is just the casual form of hagashite plus iru. But hagashitemasu is actually doing the formal conjugation. Hagasu itself is fine. You can just say hagasu if you want to say to peel something, you know. So banana o hagasu, right? I'm assuming that works because you peel a banana. But stika o hagasu. I peel stickers. I will peel a sticker. But we can do the hagashimasu, which is just formal conjugation. And it's important to know both. You should be speaking, formally with folks that you don't know well. Or you've just meeting them for the first time. But friends, coworkers, a lot of them you should be able to speak casually. Family members, whoever. But all right, so hagashitemasu. Now haru does end in ru, so we do have to do a little bit of thinking here. Generally, ichidan verbs, which are the other types of verbs other than our goldan verbs, are going to end, and I say generally as if it's not 100%. 100% of ichidan verbs end in an iru or eru sound. Haru, aru is different than that. So haru is not an ichidan verb. So that means that ru right there is going to become a ri when we conjugate it. So harimashita, I stuck something. So stika o harimashita, I stuck a sticker, right? Ah, so if you want to ask where someone stuck a sticker, right? You could say stick. Ooh, where would you put doko in that sentence? Sticker. Oh, it's raining out there. It was very windy right now. I don't think it's picking up on the microphone, but it's very windy and rainy because we are pushing through fall into winter, which means we are going to have temperature fluctuations up the wazoo here. Let's see. Where would the doko be? I know where Doku would be. He's in Star Wars. Doko. Could you say stika o haru ga? Stika o haru wa doko desu ka? Maybe. Or is that asking where to stick stickers? Where is sticking stickers possible? I might have to look up the grammar for that. Where an action takes place. Yeah, I haven't actually thought about how to form that sentence. Where something takes place. Because like you would use de to be like doing something at a spot or with a thing, and ni being like the where you're going or who you're doing something to or for, but that's not like asking where something is. Yeah, okay. Anyways, haru is to stick / paste, so harimasu, harimashita, harimasen are going to be our formal conjugations. Harimasen deshita. If we want to conjugate it casually, we can just leave it as haru for the same as harimasu. Harimashita, past tense, so we gotta take the ru and turn it to ra. So haranai, I don't stick, I don't paste. Or it doesn't stick, something like that. If we want to put it in to past tense negative, we would go haranakatta, right? Right? I need to double check my casual conjugation. It's been too long. Anyway, small is chisai. I realize I just blew right past that, but okay. Kutsu shita, we have socks here. Kutsu shita, kutsu is shoe. Shita is below. Yeah, it's under your shoe in the layer sense. We have haku, a very perplexing verb for me, and we'll get to why in a second. Atatakai, a very useful word to describe things. And then we have kaiteki. Kaiteki. Haku is a verb. It ends in ku, not ru, so we know it's a godan verb. So hakimasu, hakanai, hakou, all of our various godan conjugations. But it means to wear. Specifically, to wear on your lower body. There are different wearing verbs in Japanese, and it's very perplexing. I don't know what languages do that. I don't think Spanish does that, which is my only other touchstone other than English. But then again, I don't remember talking about wearing a jacket, or something like that. So, if you want to say you like to wear warm socks, so atatakai is warm. So atatakai kutsushita o haku ga suki da. Would be warm socks to wear I like. It's likable wearing warm socks. So atatakai kutsushita o haku ga suki de. So atatakai kutsushita, warm socks, o haku, o being the pointer and saying, hey, this thing right before me, that's the object that the verb is doing the verbing to. So, kutsushita being socks. So, atatakai kutsushita o haku would be wearing warm socks, or wear warm socks, not wearing. If we wanted to say, I'm wearing warm socks, we can take that haku and it turn to ite. So, haite would be our te form. Haitemasu. Atatakai kutsushita o haitemasu. I'm wearing warm socks. Kawaii kutsushita. They're cute. Socks. Neko kutsushita. They have a cat on them. Alright, so let's go ahead and get warm on there to wear. Oh, and I just completely spaced and did not cover kaiteki, which is warm, pleasant, like comfy. I guess doesn't mean warm, but when I think of comfortable, I think warm. Shokubutsu. Shokubutsu is plant thing. So we have shokubutsu. We have our first noun up here, ha. Which if you look at it, you can get a little bit of a hint as to what it means, because it has the tree kanji in there and the grass radical. So something very natural about that one. Something more natural about this word, though, that's for sure. Shizen. We'll cover that one. Another noun here. And then we have ueru, which is what I do every spring to little avail. So, okay, so, haru is spring. To say every spring, would you just say mai haru? Like mai haru, because like mai asa, mai nichi, you know, every mai shu. Like, so would it just be mai haru? So, mai haru wa たくさん植物を植えました。植えました. Had to think for a second there on whether I should make it an ichidan or not. 植えました. So, every spring, a lot of plants are planted. And in this case, I am the understood subject here. I'm saying I plant a lot of plants every spring. So, 毎春はたくさん植物を植えました。植えました. So, to plant, 植える. It ends in that eru sound. So, almost certainly an ichidan verb, but not a guarantee. So that ru there, we'll drop it and add mas to it for ichidan verbs. So, uemasu. Then up here, we have our two verbs. Ha is leaf. Konoha. The leaf village. Did you get it? Ha. Anyways, it is the ha of that. And then we have jizen. So shizen here is where you find a lot of shokubutsu. Shizen is nature. So let's go ahead and get those matched up. What was it? Kanko suru? Shizen o kanko suru ga suki da. I like to sightsee in nature. Let me verify sightseeing, because kankoku, I think, is an air vent, and kakko suru. Kanko, yep, kanko. So kanko suru is to sightsee. So I'm saying shizen, so nature o kakko suru. So sightsee nature ga suki da. I like to sightsee nature. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get plant on there. And it's fun so far. Smaho, we have a smartphone. All right, we have kakeru. Where is... Oh, is that not on Smartphone. Oh, it must be on the pasokon.
充電する
Okay, we have 充電する and 電話番号. So, かける is just to call, right? And 充電する is to charge. And 電話番号 is number. You might notice that there is a question mark at the end of my sentences here because I don't fully remember. I think kakeru was phone call. Yes, okay, cool. So, kakeru, to make a phone call. 充電する.
充電する
So, the den there, same den that you see in denwa bongo down there, means electricity. Pretty easy one to keep track of. The kanji is kind of neat because it's like rain, field, tail? So I'm not quite sure what the etymology of that one is, but that's still kind of neat. Yeah, juden suru. So another suru verb. So if I want to say my smartphone is charging, 僕のスマホを充電してます. My smartphone is charging. So right now, my smartphone is in the state of charging. If you can't tell by the fact that I keep picking it up and that there's no cord plugged into it, that is a lie. Denwa bango is just phone number. Denwa is a way of saying phone. Smaho is a way of saying smartphone. I think they're fairly interchangeable. I've heard people use both. And then bango is a way of saying number. So it's literally phone number. Then kakeru, to make a phone call. Okay. Hey, ashi. So hashi is a bridge, and you shall cross it. In fact, that's what our top word here literally means. Wataru, to cross something. It does end in ru, but it's not an iru eru sound, so we're very safe in assuming that this is a godan verb. So watarimasu, watarimashita, watarimasen, watarimasen deshita. All of our different formal conjugations. Let's see. 僕の朝の運転. So 運転する is to drive. 運転 must just be a drive, right? So 僕の朝の運転はたくさん足を渡りました. As for my morning drive is what I'm trying to say there. So, 僕の watashi no, also perfectly fine. In fact, I should probably say watashi no more often. But then, asa no unten is morning's drive. So your morning drive. Yeah, I think that's right. That feels right, but and then wa takusan hashi o watarimashita. I cross a lot of bridges, and it's true. On my morning drive to work, I cross over 50, and then 50 again coming back. Some of them are bridges over like other roads. Some of them are bridges over rivers. Some of them are bridges over train tracks. But all of them are in fact hashi, bridges. Hashi also means chopsticks. And the difference is a pitch thing, which I'm not great at yet. So I know like hashi is one and hashi is another. And they... Even saying it and trying to change my pitch going down to up and up to down, they sound the same to me. I'm not pitch sensitive yet, and I need to practice that. But hashi o watarimashita. I crossed the bridge. So let's go ahead and get that on there. And then we have two kanji, ue and shita, that are going to describe locations. By themselves. You start mixing these in with things and you can get all sorts of words. So ue here means above. If you look, we have a big line with stuff above it. And then right here we have shita, where we have the big flat line and stuff below it. So above and below. Might notice it also said on there. So if you want to be on a table, teburu no ue ni, on the table. Teburu no ue ni. Boku no pasukon wa teburu no ue ni arimasu. My computer is on my table. You also will see this one using the hand kanji to mean jozu, which is skillful. So you're above hand, like you're skilled. It makes sense, but it's a bit of a reach, right? All right, kaito. We have, sorry, not kaito, gaito. Jeez, have I been saying kaito this entire time? Now I feel silly. Well, it's a good thing we keep studying, right? All right, gaito. We have 3 different e adjectives. We know that they're e adjectives because they end in the hiragana e. So we have akarui, we have hosoi, and takai.
Akarui. Hosoi.
And
Takai.
now let's start from the bottom here. Takai is able to describe 2 different things. And hopefully something's never both of them, because I'm actually curious what you do if something is both expensive and tall, which is what takai can mean. So in this case, we're probably using the word to mean tall, because in comparison to us, streetlights are generally fairly tall. So gaito wa takai da. The streetlight is tall. But I bet you it's probably not cheap to buy a streetlight. So, you know. Then we have hosoi, which is thin. Hosoi. So I guess hosoi is the opposite of futoi. And then we have akarui up at the top, which means bright. Lights are bright. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, all of these are e adjectives. That means if we want to say that they are not this thing, we could say the opposite adjective. So like for hosoi being thin, we could say futoi. But we could also drop the e, switch it to ku, and add nai. So akarui would become akarukunai. Akarukunai. Not bright. Hosoi, hosokunai. Not thin. Takai, excuse me. Takai would be takakunai. So go in there and say not this, not that. They can also be put into base te, which if I recall, you put it into that ku and add te. Just dropping e and adding ku puts it into its adverbial stage. So if I want to say do something brightly, listen, I don't know. You could just say akaruku, brightly. So hayai is fast. Hayaku is quickly. So kind of see that there. Takai, takaku, expensively. So some of them make more sense to my English brain than others. Like doing something expensively doesn't quite track with my brain. I'm sure it's not that weird in Japanese though. So let's go ahead and match these all up. Expensive, tall, slender, thin, and bright. Shoyu. So shoyu is soy sauce. Shoyu. We have a couple of I adjectives right here, or E adjectives I should say, base it off the sound. So here we have shiokarai.
Shiokarai.
Shiokarai. So shiokarai is describing the flavor of shoyu. So, たくさん醤油は、たくさん醤油が、塩辛いだ。
塩辛い
So, a lot of soy sauces are salty, which is what this one means right here. Then we have koi. Koi. Also ending in e. So, if we wanted to, we could drop that and put it into k. But koi is just deep color. Like it's talking about the actual look of the thing. Slightly different than like dark, but still. So if you wanted to say something was, I guess, deep colored, I don't even, my brain doesn't even get what that, because like doing something darkly makes sense, but koi doesn't mean dark necessarily. It just means a deep color. Which is generally going to be darker, hues or darker saturations. I'm not sure which was which anymore. But so to do something, koku, I don't know. Shiokaraku, saltily. In English that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense in Japanese, because we say folks are being salty. Anyways, down here we have sosogu, which is a godon verb. So sosogu, sosogimashita, sosogimasu, sosoganai. All of our different conjugations for sosogu. Sosogu is to pour. So it's to pour. So let's say you want to say, please pour the soy sauce on the rice. Gohan wa shoyu o. So as for the rice, soy sauce o, saying the verb is what we're going to do it to. We have sosogu. Gu is going to become ide. So sosoide. And then if you want to change that into a please do the thing, so sosoide is do it. Sosoide kudasai is please do it. So gohan wa shoyu o sosoide kudasai is please pour the soy sauce on the rice. All right, let's go ahead and match these up. So to pour, deep color, and salty. Oh, and that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this daily Japanese study video. I hope to see you again tomorrow for the next daily Japanese study video. That one will have some kanji study and some actual flashcard study in it as well. Until then, I hope to see you again real soon. Good luck with your studies. Itsumo arigatou gozaimasu. As always, thank you so much. I'll see you real soon. Bye.